Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by to Scrap and Craft with Terry. Today we're going to make some more pockets, or you can call them pockets or tuck spots, whichever you prefer. And it's a really easy project. Not going to be a long video, but I thought they were really cute. Seen a few other people on YouTube do stuff like this, and I like to make pockets, so I thought we would just pop on and do another pocket project. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you like my video, I just ask that you give me a thumbs up and check out my other videos. So, you can use scrapbook paper or digitals, whichever you want. You can use double-sided paper or single-sided, doesn't matter. I'm just using single-sided. So we're just going to have like one sheet of paper. I'm going to make two styles, and then we're going to have a little flap on it. So we'll start with this one first, and this one is 7 inches long and 5 inches wide. Now, your flap can come down however far you want it or stay up however high you want it. It doesn't matter, completely up to you. I folded my flap down about 2.5 inches on this one. And I'm tossing the idea around. I think I want my corners rounded, so I'm going to do that. I've already pre-inked everything. I can just ink around the corners where I cut them off. Now, if you want these as floating pockets, you can finish the back. Otherwise, they would just be a pocket that you would glue down in your journal or your scrapbook, whichever you're making. But I'm just going to have these where they would be like a glue in. You get an extra pocket if it's glued in. So otherwise you can add a backing to it if it's just going to be floating, and then you would be able to have your pocket back there. And I'm going to make a little tuck under here. So let me just touch up these little corners. How's everyone doing? Weekend was good. Got to relax some. Went away for a little while. And then got to relax some more. I like relaxing. So I just use my bone folder to flatten that down a little bit more. And then I'll just ink it again. All right, so now all we're going to do is I'm going to use a little piece of music paper to cover up the white spot, and I inked this just to cut down on some of the white. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick this on there. As I was sitting and relaxing, you know, just thinking up different projects that I could do. It's like my brain never shuts off. Doesn't matter what I'm doing, I always come back to thinking about what kind of projects I could do. Sometimes I make myself tired thinking about it, but that's okay. I have fun. Okay, so we're just going to put that on there like that. Now, if you really wanted an extra pocket or tuck, you could just glue 3 sides on here and put a little small or short tag in there, but we're not going to do that. And I'm going to glue this lace across here. And I'm just barely going to let it hang down. I'm not going to let it hang down too far because I don't want it to get in the way of my tuck spot. So this could be a great mass make / scrap buster because you're not using full pieces of paper. Doesn't matter if it's scrapbook paper or digitals. So you can use leftovers. Well, this is not the glue I thought I grabbed, but it'll work. So kind of put my, have to make my little scallops even. Okay, I'll just trim them off. There's that. And then I'm going to have a little thing on here. Before I put this on here though, I'm going to glue these two sides down because I want this to be a tuck. It's like, can never have too many pockets. Can always find something little to stick in them. And you just want to make sure that your sides match up good, or as good as possible. So then see, we're going to have a tuck under here. Okay. Now, I had these, they were just little squares, little printables that I cut out. So I pinked around them, used this lightweight card, and I pinked around it. So I'm just going to glue this on here. So like I say, this is a very quick project. You could whip a bunch of these out in a matter of no time. And then I just left a border around it. You can put the paper behind it. You can put fabric behind it, lace, ribbon, whatever your preferences are. And then I'm just going to glue from like about here up and around on the three sides. So I don't want to go any farther than where I have my finger, because I don't want to glue my little tuck spot shut. So we'll just leave some of this hang down. Make sure I don't have no glue under there. And I didn't glue the center of that. I probably should have glued the center of it. But I'm sure it'll be okay, because you're not going to be pulling up on it. Maybe I should run a little bit of glue under there. I use my Fabri-Tac, which is what I thought I grabbed the first time, on the lace. I don't think I had enough glue on there to hold it. I'll put some of this on the lace, and then I'll just run some more glue up in there. I was kind of going shy on that glue. So that should be better. Turn it around a little straighter. I think that'll be better. Now, on the little roses, I'm going to put some little gems, and I forgot to grab them, so I'll have to grab them in a second. Then down here, just another little piece of that card and the word memories, and I'm just going to put that down here. I think I want to turn it this way because I have this end is just a little tiny bit bigger than the other end. I guess I didn't cut it very straight, but I don't want to mess up my pinking, so we'll have it that way. And I'm just going to glue that on there. Sometimes I don't think my art glitter glue comes out of that tip fast enough. Now let's try our tuck, and that works good. And then when you put this into your journal, just glue down your 3 sides, and then you have a pocket back here. So you have a pocket and a tuck, and this tuck is big enough that you can fit more than one little tag under there. You can fit a couple. Excuse me, because there's a lot of room in there. So it's good size. So that would be very good. And if you wanted it on a side, you could glue the other ones. Just slip your card inside or your tag in sideways, but I would probably glue it down like that. And I think that's just pretty, and that would be pretty on any page in a journal or a scrapbook. So let me grab my gems and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have these little tiny pearly gems, and I thought just maybe one in each one of the roses would go good. Nothing too flashy, but just a little something there. Should have laid my bottle down. It's just something about putting a gem in the center of a flower. I think it makes it look nice. But it's not something that you have to do. There. So there's that one. So I think that's cute. You can see the little pearls, I think. All right, so there's the first one. I better leave that laid down. Now on our second one, we're going to make a long one, and it'll be like a side pocket. It'll go this way on your page. So this one will go up and down, and this one will go this way, sideways. So this one, I think is like the same. This one is 7 inches long by 5 inches wide. So all I did was turn one way and one the other way. And I already inked it. I'm going to go ahead and round my corners. Just a fun little easy project. And anyone that's just starting out would be able to do it also. And that's what makes it nice. Okay, so let's flatten this down. Let me turn my scissors so I don't cut myself. Okay. Now, on this one, we're going to put this music paper. And I like all of this stuff down here on the bottom. I don't know if you can see all of that little stuff or not. I like that. So I'm just going to glue this on. I liked this part too, but I wanted to incorporate all of that. Okay. Now before I do anything else, I'm going to go ahead and glue these sides down. So this one will be the same way. You can make it a floating pocket if you want. Just finish the back. And you could just, if they're floating, you can stick them in a pocket or just paper clip them in. So then on here, we're going to have this side pocket. And if it's glued in, then we'll have these. So they would be, both of them would be double pockets if you glue them in. If you want it as a floating pocket and you want the extra pocket on the back, then just add another piece of paper and you would still have a double pocket. Otherwise, it would just be single. Okay, so we'll turn this around. I'm going to do the same thing with the lace. So I'm primarily doing them the same way. They're just different directions. So again, I'm just going to let a little bit of the scallop hang down. And I have my things pretty much evened out. The centers of my scallops, that is. And I'll just cut these off. Of course, from my fingers, I have ink on the back of it. But we won't see that. All right, now I did the same thing with the card, and now on this one I'm going to have a little butterfly, and I think he's just darling. Love it. So I'm going to glue this on. Oops. Now before I glue this onto the flap though, I'm going to put this over here. I did another little piece of card and the word family. And you can decorate them however you want. You can have lace down here on these edges or ribbon. You can decorate the top flap, you know, many different ways. Just put that there. And then on, let me see, do I want to put the butterfly down? I think I'll put the butterfly down first, then I'll add his gems. So I'm just going to have him about in the center. Oh, about that much. And then I'll run a little bit of glue around the lace also. This time I'll just use Fabri-Tac. Put glue around it like I should have the first time, huh? Make sure I don't have no glue coming out of underneath there. I think I have that one stuck down pretty good. Yep. Okay. Now I'm going to glue on his little gems on his body, and because he has blue, even though there's green in this background, he has blue in his wings. I'm going to put blue gems on because I think they're pretty. There. Let me cover all of these back up. And then this would go into your, let me get this. I'll just open this up. So this would go into your journal this way, and you can make this length to fit your whole page if you wanted, or you can make it shorter. And then we would have a pocket here. And then just glue down these three sides, and you'll have a pocket here, and that's still a good sized pocket, so you'd be able to fit quite a bit in there. And then over here on this side, as long as we have the book open, we just glue it. You could glue it in the center of your page, off to the side, in the middle, on top, however you want it. If you glued it on top, and you glued your three sides, make sure I'm in view. If you glued your three sides up this way, then you would have your bottom pocket or tuck go up underneath. And then you would have this one. Or if you glued it on the bottom, then just glue these three sides. And your pocket would be here, unless you wanted it on the side. And that's a good size pocket. So that's how your pockets and tucks would work. Let me see if it's all in view. Yes, it is. So that's my video for today. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Very easy project to make and quick. So that's it. Hope everyone has a wonderful day. Comes back to see me for my next video. And happy crafting. Bye for now.